I wanted to make an update video for my Padlet writing journal because they've changed the program for Padlet and I wanted to go over it with the new format. When you sign on to Padlet, you're going to come to your main dashboard and you go simply to create a new Padlet. It's going to upload into a generic form, and I'm going to show you some of the changes that you can do. To change the title, you're basically going to go here and you can put writing journal or whatever you decide you want to use this process for. And down here you can put some special directions. Once you do that, you have a choice of your feed. I did for my journals a feed like Facebook where the newest posts came up on top. You can change the background by clicking on different backgrounds here, and if you want to add your own, click more and you'll see where it says add your own. You can add an image from your own stock that you have, like if it's a picture of a book or something else. Once you're finished with that, click this back arrow here. It'll take you back there. Then theme is a paid feature. I don't pay for anything, so I don't like to invest anymore, otherwise I'd be buying lots of technology. You also have this icon feature here, like if you wanted to put this icon right up here, whatever icon is here generally will show up as a square in Symbaloo, so if you have a picture of a pencil or whatever you want there, that'll do that. Once again, there's a more feature if you want to pick more icons or add your own. Go back, you click here. When you're setting up your initial Padlet, the most important thing is to set up exactly like you like it before you clone it. So if you're doing a writing journal that you want to have the same for everybody, by cloning it, then make sure that everything is set up down to the privacy settings. This was walking you through right now. You hit next, and it takes you to the privacy settings. You have two choices in this. One, do you want public, which means people can search this out and find it. I keep mine secret just because whatever we do here in class, it's just for our class, and anybody with a link can do that. You also can select password protect. So if you want to put a password on this, you can. Now, you may not, if you do this, it's going to be the same password for everybody on this one. So if you want to do individual passwords, you would have to clone the master and then go into each individual clone and give it new passwords if you wanted to do that. So I usually leave mine as secret because I want my kids to be able to access their work in school at any computer, because when you enter in on a Padlet on one computer, that computer is the only computer you'll be able to edit your work at. So I put secret here, and then the choice that I select, let me go back here. So the choices here on this down arrow, you have some selections that you need to make in this. Can read. They can read, but they can't add posts. So that means they only can view it. They can write, add posts, cannot edit and approve other posts, modify or delete the Padlet, or can moderate. Can add posts, edit, and approve. So this one, they can add posts to somebody else's Padlet, but they can't edit previous existing work. I selected and gave them a little bit more freedom with moderate because I wanted them to continue their stories. Now there is a go around, and if they were to do can moderate, they can go to any computer and begin their work or pick up where they left off. If it's the can write feature, they can, in order to pick up where they left off, they would have to copy what they started and paste it into a new block, which isn't that terrible. It's very easy. So they copy what they started, paste it into a new block, and continue it if they wanted to pick it up and do that. It just kind of separates the stories a little bit, so they wouldn't be able to finish what they started where they started it necessarily. So that, depending on your class and your culture that you have in that class, you can use that feature of being able to can write or give them more access. So I've selected can moderate. The next one says, okay, start posting. And of course, you just double click on this to start your first post. Now, if you want to make a direction that will be on everybody's Padlet, you can put a reminder here, or you can insert a video link of video directions that you maybe have on YouTube. You can put special directions right here. And once you get it there set up like that, you're ready to clone. The last step on taking your journal, once it's perfect in the way you want it, you can go ahead and clone it by selecting clone. Let me show you one last thing. Let's say you forgot something. If you forgot to do a setting correctly, just go up here to settings and you'll have your choices. You can maybe change the name, correct the spelling, if you want to change the layout, if you know, the icon, more. Let's change our icon to a basketball. And then whatever you forgot, you can hit save. And then you're ready to go. Close. So it walks you through the first time, but the second time you'll have to go up here to modify. Now you're ready to clone. To hit clone right here. And then do you want to copy everything or copy without posts? So if you're duplicating this, but it's a certain child's and you just need to duplicate another one that's similar, you can do that. Or if you want to copy with post. Now we have a post here, so we want to make sure to select that. So select post, hit copy, and there it is. Copy without posts, or copy everything. We want to copy everything. So we want the post, copy everything, and you'll just continue to hit this button until you get the amount of students you have. The next step I did was I simply highlighted this. You got to be careful because if you click on outside of this box, you may end up having it disappear and all those links will be populated individually, and to get them would be a pain in the neck. It's just easier to replicate what you just did. So just hit copy, and what I did was I pasted them into a Word document. This is student 1, that's student 2, that's student 3. Basically all of those are in alphabetical order correlated with my class. So student 1 is the first kid I have in ABC order. So I'm just going to copy that, and that's my web link that I would put in my Symbaloo that I had organized with all of my kids' work in it. So this is student 1, this could be student 2, student 3. I'll give directions on the next video on how I took that web link and created this page. So look for that in video 2.